the rightful heirs. This reclamation process goes beyond just a lawful one. It is a metaphysical one, a spiritual one, a part of this spiritual war being fought. The lawful untangling from the web of deceit and tacit contracts runs oh so deep. Truly a spiritual homecoming that won't fully be complete until we move through this lawful process. Will this end until we've actually reclaimed our spirits? If we are, by definition, under this jurisdiction, souls lost at sea operating as the corporate fiction, or the dead entity, then will our souls be free until we move through this lawful process? Sovereignty actually means one who is above the rulership of another. Jefferson said, under absolute despotism, it is the people's right and duty to throw off such government and provide new guards for future security. You see, we, the people, have had a horrific trespass against us from birth hundreds of years from the past. It begins with the all-caps spelling of our names, which is the diminishment of status it literally means. The indoctrination through coercion, we become enslaved to the corporation of our country of origin. We become the corporate fiction, the straw man, relinquishing our unalienable freedoms. Yes, this trespass is vast. It's a web of deceit too horrific to believe, and yet it is truth. You shall see. So long as you open your eyes, it can only be so. Should you choose to be free, free yourself and learn to return to the land of the living, a living soul, living being, as it was originally ordained to be. You must learn natural law, the common law of the land, and with it you will see that you have been duped into a lesser jurisdiction, one of legalese under admiralty law, a corporate fiction. Yes, it is said that the living soul, the real you, is lost at sea, along with all of your property, your rights, flesh and blood body, land, all material things, all things you create, your hopes, your dreams, and even your beliefs. Yes, we've been coerced into trading in our God-given rights for perks from a government that is supposed to work for us. We're expected to pay through blood, sweat, tears, and even a fictitious paper fiat. They are double dipping from our Sesti QV trusts. Yes, this trespass has been used against us. We, the people, and it will be soon understood en masse. Now is the time. We are the ones. As we unshackle ourselves from the restraints and confines of the current indictment of indoctrination, the current system, the lesser jurisdiction. This trespass has infiltrated every aspect of our lives, even into our very flesh, blood, ourselves, DNA and genetic codices. Now is the time to remove ourselves from the hidden bondages, created through word wizardry and legalese, an ingenious system, the wizardry of deceit. Citizen, subject, persons have hidden meanings, combined with the unlawful conversion of our names to the all-caps version. Yes, it's a system whose foundation is fraud, theft, extortion, threat, collusion, coercion. The promise to be stalked, terrorized, and harassed. Further down the rabbit hole we go, with our nations, countries, and governments defrauding us into tacit agreement, all from the outset, creating obligations of contract, implemented without full disclosure. It's how they get our consent. Removing the living soul from the land of the living, private, free, under natural law, duped and destined to become the dead entity, lost at sea, under admiralty. You can't even say it's law, it's known as legalese. We are removed from the private, we become thrown into the public. No longer free, we become enslaved to a government that is supposed to work for the people. They become hungry with power, tyrannical in nature, but now we, the people, have awakened. The march is on to freedom, the convoy of truth, the truckers of unification. And there is a process to take us deeper, to ensure this never happens again. Yes, truth is bubbling to the surface. The reclamation process is here. For the absolute protection of our homes, lives, bodies, and our children is paramount. The process requires each individual to remember they are a living soul. By remembering and nobly, honorably, formally, and peacefully declaring so, each of you together becomes us. In unity, we reclaim our sovereignty, our dominion over our property, and God-given birthright and equal portions of the kingdom. And that kingdom is our home, and that home is the earth. Together we will birth new systems, natural and common law courts, to return us to the natural order. You see, natural law exists. It applies anywhere in the universe and lasts for as long as the universe exists. It is eternal, immutable, and cannot be shifted. Man's law is based on dogmatic beliefs, constructs of the mind. It is complied with due to fear of punishment. Legislators' whims is what makes them shift. Natural law is right, based in truth, moral, and in harmony. Actions within it do not harm other sentient beings. Man's law is not based in truth. It is in opposition to natural law. Actions do result in harm to other sentient beings. Wrongs are any and all trespasses, also known as initiations of aggression against another. Trespass includes the taking without just cause another's life, physical well-being, free will, sexual consent, security in dwelling, and or another's free will not belonging to you, period. The perception of authority does not change this. If man's law opposes natural law, it is incorrect, immoral, and wrong. If man's law is in harmony with natural law, it is redundant, irrelevant, and obsolete. I told you the web was vast, the deceit was thick. The trespass is the bedrock of our societies. Every institution devised in legal definitions, systems, and contracts, concocted therefore binding our flesh, stealing our lives, livelihoods, and lands, capturing our souls. The entire world system was designed to lift us off of the land, ship us off to sea, enslave us into bondage so that we could never begin to possess our property. I know this seems unfathomable, surreal, and sick, but the truth it very much is, and so you see, we must act quick. We must be brave. We must be strong. It is our duty to learn the truth, to move through the lawful process, to reclaim our identity as the living souls, sovereigns of divinity, laying claim to our kingdom, the sovereign queens and kings, dominion of our lands. They can have the sea. Without us in it, we become free. And so the desire grows to free ourselves and all living souls who wish to be free from the illusion of separation, a vision that can only be realized as a collective and from collaboration. No more dictatorship or hierarchical design as is in the current system. Together we will end the wars and will only know peace. No more planetary destruction in the name of greed, power and control. No, we shall take our power back. We require the participation of millions, and they must be living souls whom have envisioned a new path, a new world. The Great Awakening is here, so thank you that you hear. All that has happened has been necessary still. It has awakened us from our slumber. And so the invitation is grand, and it is oh so pure. It will require an open mind, effort, persistence, and diligence, a desire to move beyond outdated modes of programming, perception, and beliefs. It will require the commitment to educate yourself and learn. The process is simple. Reclaim and understand your sovereign status. Unplug from the corporate fiction. Stand for yourself and each other. Work together to create unity. Honor all living beings. True diversity. Create a global culture of peace for all. Honor the kingdom of the earth by coming back to the natural order. Become an example of what's possible. Direct your will, desire, and intentions. Bring your acts and your actions to purposeful direction. We are all descendants from these original lands. This is our history. It shall become our new story, shall become our decree. To right these wrongs that have been perpetrated against thee, we must now stand together, peacefully. Yes, to right these wrongs, a new system is in order. Sovereign, autonomous, decentralized. No more deceit, no more inequality, fraud, or disease. Yes, it is time for this new decree, stated under natural law, emanating from the one God, one consciousness, that there be a new kingdom, a new sanctuary. The kingdom is the earth. The earth is our home, a sanctuary for all life, all sentient beings, all living souls. We, the people, shall claim our natural place in God's own image, the creators of all that we see, the true queens and kings, sovereigns, as it was originally ordained to be. For the kingdom is the earth, and God's children, we the people, its rightful heirs.